So I again welcome you all for the today's second session on hello. आवाज येतोय माझा सर्वांना?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Okay. So I welcome you all for this second session on entrepreneurial mindset and opportunities. So today's speaker, Ms. Kalyani ma'am, uh, who is a MD of Virtubyte Private Limited company at Pune, and at very young age, successfully she became an entrepreneur, and why we have called her ma'am for today's session. I will let you know that
Yes, sir.
in our college, most of the branches is having more than half of the strength that is of girls. So
Oh,
mostly girls are attending the session, and you please guide them about their career point of view again, as far as entrepreneur. So on behalf of Sanjani College of Engineering, Management Director, and from all faculties, I welcome you for this particular session. And we are very thankful to Innovate Institutes Innovation Cell, IIC, AICT, and Ministry of Education, Government of India, for given this opportunity of Impact Lecture Series to our institute. So under that Impact Series scheme, we are arranging this particular session. I welcome all the participants from our institute and those who are from outside the Sanjeevani group. So uh, today's speaker, Ms. Kalyani ma'am, is a successful entrepreneur and running his own company. She is our alumni of computer department, and she will explain you what are the entrepreneurial mindsets, or we can say what are the attitudes that is needed while setting any entrepreneurship, and she will also uh, explain you exactly what are the what struggle she faced during this success story. So I request you all to ask the questions, many questions, and make this session more interactive. Even you can ask any type of question as so as he is our alumni, so do not have any fear while asking the question. Whatever your questions you are having, you are free to ask. Now I will ask my colleague Professor Shinde. So kindly introduce ma'am briefly so that we can start our session. Shinde sir.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am.
good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, students. So, it's my pleasure and honor to introduce today's eminent speaker, our proud alumni, Engineer Kalyani Adav. She is a founder and CEO of Virtue Infotech. She did her UG in our institute in 2003 in a discipline of computer engineering. She did her masters from Bharati Vidyapit. She is having vast industrial experience. Initially, she worked as a Initially, she worked as a software engineer in Opus Software Solution. She also worked as visiting faculty in Bharati Vidyapit as well as Amplifying Mindware, where she helped lot many students by providing them exposure to the corporate world. In 2013, she founded startup which focus on the software development for divers. Now she is having the clients not only in India but throughout the globe. She is a self-motivated, willing-minded entrepreneur with track record of success and building company from simple idea. She's having vast experience in all the aspect of business development, including finance, operation, technology. She's having great leadership qualities. So, friends, all of you know that to start any business, so any kind of business, from small sector to long sectors, we require the three important things. First one is a knowledge, second one is a skill, and third one is the mindset. So we can gain the knowledge throughout our undergraduate, postgraduate course, but skill and mindset, which is very important to start any entrepreneurship. Now it's my request to you friends, so listen her carefully and listen carefully and absorb her thoughts as much as possible to become a good or great entrepreneur. So once again, I welcome you, ma'am, on the behalf of management. I welcome you in SRES. Okay, over to you, Bumre sir.
Yes, thank you, Shinde sir, for having good introduction of ma'am. Now I will request Kalyani ma'am. So please take the charge of the session and to guide our students about entrepreneurship and uh,
Hello.
yes, ma'am.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are.
Yes, sir. You are audible, ma'am.
First of all, very good afternoon to all of you. And I would like to say thanks to all of you for giving me such a nice opportunity to share my personal experience, or we can say the hurdles and the pain of the journey of founding one company and establishing. Actually, I could not say we are established people, but still the journey is continue. So again, this is a good experience, or we can say anyone is glad to share our experience with our juniors of the same campus, or we can say where we completed our graduation. So this is how, um, as Shinde sir told us, that is how we have started our company, and the journey now it is going on in 2021 also. But as Shinde sir told you, in word we can say it is very easy to say something about the journey of any company. But while experiencing of this journey, or we can say the days of spending of founding any company and establishing it, it is somehow the painful journey, and no one would like to share those pain to the others, or even we can say that is not no one like to have those experience in everyone life. But anyhow, it is the fact, and we should accept those facts. And as being, if anyone from you want to become an entrepreneur, so you should accept those things and get we can say the lesson from such a kind of case studies. So I think this is the basic objective for arranging a today's session, that what is the lesson that we get from our journey, and so you people will we can say will be smart, or will be able to take some smart decision while you start with your entrepreneurship. So sir, I just want to share my screen. So
Yes, yes, you can share.
okay, thank you. Are you able to view my screen? Yes. Hello.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
yet, ma'am.
Okay. Wait. Now it is?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay.
It is sharing.
I think you're not able to see my screen, no?
Now it is.
Now it's visible, ma'am.
No, mirroring is taking place, madam.
Oh, yes. Just a second. I will again stop it and
Ma'am, you display the screen you want to show. Mirroring will be there.
okay.
Yeah.
But I think this should not happen.
No, it will happen, ma'am.
Okay,
You can,
sometimes it happens.
always it happens. You can open.
Yes.
Is it visible now?
Yes.
Okay. So let us try to make this session interactive, and let us try to get the thing or catch up the things what are the real time experience rather than going into theory. Even myself is a little bit not interested in sharing the theoretical concepts. So in the beginning only, I'm requesting all of you, if you have any query, you please try to put up in a chat box. So I will be able to catch your questions, and from my end, I will try to answer it. So shall I directly start with our topic, that is the challenges and mindset of the entrepreneur?
Yes, yes. No problem.
Okay. So about challenges, when, as Shinder sir told you, suppose in my case study, if we take it as an example, uh, after completing my graduation, I have started to work. Even I work very few days in the Sanjeevani Engineering College as well. But later on, I started my career with the Opus Software Solution as a testing engineer, and that company is into payments, that is the digital payments. And due to some personal issues, then I left it in year 2009. Again, I switched to the for the post graduation in year 2011. And simultaneously, when I started my post graduation, I started to work in the Bharati Vidyapit as a visiting faculty as well. So why I am sharing this? Because before starting directly, or when we are starting to think about any startup company or being an entrepreneur, I'm requesting, or my suggestion is, before actually starting your business or any startup company, after finishing your graduation, we can say there is some lacunas in our personality or in our own thinking. So once you work with any organization, any company, with some senior persons, or we can say with some team, that will be helpful you to see the things or to see how the operations are going on in the industry. We can say in very detail you will get the idea that how the people are working and what should be our mindset. So that is what the background of any person who is thinking to start any startup company or being a entrepreneur. So about the challenges for any startup companies or any small scale company or for any entrepreneur, the major challenges, as you have you will be you are able to see over here, that is a cash flow management. That cash flow is nothing but the operational cost, or we can say the running cost, which is very necessary in every month for running your operations of your company. It may be a operational cost of resources, it may be a marketing cost, it may be other expenses for formation of company and running the resources who are required to run your business. Second, one more important thing is that the time management. So before time management, if we focus on the cash flow management means why we are saying not only the cash management, why the cash flow is because it is the cycle of every month and every year, because these expenses are never ending. The salaries of the employee and the other expenses which are required to run your company. This cash flow again is related to, suppose if you have some clients, or we can say suppose you have some accounts in your company, and the thing may happen, suppose if any one of your client may get delay in giving your payment or getting the payment against the invoice. So in that case, you must have any second plan or any backup plan, or you must establish any system who that system will support you to manage this cash flow. So your system or your system means indirectly the operating environment of your company should not get collapsed. Sometimes it happens, suppose if you are not able to manage the cash flow, it indirectly impact on the salary of your employees. And once there is some imbalance in the salaries of employee, it is very sure that your employee may try to seek the job in other companies, and you will lose your experienced resources, or the resources who have good knowledge, or we can say they have the better experience of current ongoing project. So it will be a risk for you to again search or hunt for the resources, give them training, and again uh, try to give them the task of your project. So anyway, you, if we are failed to manage the cash flow, indirectly we are trying to risk to increase the risk of our own operational things, or we can say the operational environment of your company. So this is the cash flow management. So sir, I think directly switching from one point to another point, if possible, if you guys have any question related to this cash flow management or any question about the background, you can please text me. Hello.
Yes, participants, you can put your question in chat box or you can ask directly, no problem.
Or even you can unmute yourself if sir is ready to give you permission.
Yes, yes, yes. You can unmute and ask your
Yes.
question. So
So let
whatever
us
is the
be interactive.
topic, that is cash flow or money management. So that is very, very important whenever you are starting any new startup or initial stage at any company. So this may happen. I think no
No,
question from
okay.
audience. Yes.
Okay. So next point is time management. So mainly this time management, we can say it is related to the deadline of your project, or we can say the assignments. Or suppose if you have the multiple projects ongoing, and also you have some limited resource, because see why the small scale companies are not able to have the resources in buffer, or we can say they are not in a condition to have the resources on bench. So in that case, it is your skill that how you are managing the time and the resources for any project. So it is for that, because suppose if you miss the timeline, or we can say the deadline of your project, ongoing project, it is again we can say it affect on not exactly the impression of your company, but we can say the relation with your client, because ultimately that client again have some plan based on your deliverables. It may be some marketing cost, or again they have some investor with them. So there are lot many things that is related or that are dependent on how you are smartly managing the time of every project. So again, for that you need to have a proper management skills, and that time management is a part of project plan, where you are managing everything, every task for this time management. Again, there are different things which you can plan, or you can take small actions, so you there will be a very less chances for losing the time, or we can say missing the deadlines. So again, the daily meetings with your team, follow up calls, and we can say you must be attentive if you have any issue with the requirement, or if you have any technical problem. Again, the transparency is more important with your client, so your client, he or she will never misinterpret the things, and very less chances for the communication gap between you and client. And there will be a no surprise element, not exactly a surprise, but the shocking element for your client. So this is how the time management. And suppose we can say the punctuality is more important, even not as a being an entrepreneur, but even in your, when you are a student, or even in other sectors as well. The same thing over here. How much you are punctual and how much you are attentive, that creates the different image with your client. So this is about the time management. Many things are available, how smartly you can manage. The tools are available for that. So again, very major and critical, what we can say, the issue for many small scale companies or being an entrepreneur, it is hiring of the employees. Because as I told you, any small scale company never have that much funds that even the employees are on bench, they are ready to pay them. So even in the small scale companies, it has been seen many times that the attrition ratio of employees is much higher than the MNCs. So this is again the challenge for any company to hold your resources. Where it impacts, I can give you an example. Suppose I have a few resources, and suppose some projects are going on, but meanwhile, suppose we can say some deadlines are there, and some resources are in a mindset to give the resignation. It is very difficult to hire the new resources and get them training, and again put them on the project. So again, it matters the productivity, uh, or we can say the quality of things we are delivering. So indirectly, it affect on the quality of the things we are delivering to the client. And even I have seen many times, suppose in few meetings we have involved some resource person as a coordinator or as a technical person for that project. And suppose after 3 to 4 meetings, if client come to know, no, that person is now not working with this company, or not working on this project, it against some it against creates a question in the client's mind. And again, it is the repo that he or she has established with the client. So it is again the challenge to hire the resources and hold them. Again, while hiring, there is major issue. Sometimes even you might have seen the cream layer of any college or any campus that is hired by the MNCs, or the companies which are ready to give the better package. Now the challenge is for the small scale companies or the startup companies is to select a better student with the minimum package or the minimum salary. So this is your, we can say, this is your smartness, or this is again related to the management, how you are managing the resources, how you are giving them the training. Even small scale companies do not have that much funds that they are ready to pay for the training of those resources. So again, there are many tricks that you can use. Suppose you can hire the resource person with no criteria. Means suppose if you find that any candidate have good technical knowledge, but academic wise he is not that much strong. So this is one example how you can use the different filter while hiring the resources. The next one is choosing the product. Actually, choosing the product is for the product company, but many it is not the case that all of the entrepreneur or the startup companies are in the product. Suppose if we take the example of our company, we are not into a product, we are into services only. Suppose mobile application development and web application development. So this is how we can say what service sector you are choosing, what product you are choosing. Suppose if you are going with the product, so in that case you must have the perfect business plan. What are the commercial of those product, what is the business value of that product, what is the time duration, the resources you require to develop or to implement that product. So, and one more thread in the development of product is that in the beginning only you need much more money than the service company, or much more funds than the service company. Because in service company what happens, only the resource is the human resource, that is the technical person is required. And once suppose if we get the project, gradually we are in a we will be in a position to increase the resources as gradually increases the project. So that is the very straightforward calculation in the service industry. But in product, it is just like a planting a tree and after 5 years you will get the fruit. So this is how the efforts you have to put for the product company. But once it get established, then everything is in your hand. That is not the problem then. But for this again, managing the funds is the very critical part of a product development company. Again, the delegation of task means, again, as I have told you in the time management and hiring of the employee, this is related with that only. Delegation of task means you should have that mindset, or we can say sometimes it is the sixth sense, that which person is perfectly fit for which task. Or even you should have some persons who are multitasking. Even we can say multitasking in a technology wise. Suppose in MNC there are, if we take the example of the software developer, we can specify as a, suppose in some technology, as a front end developer, back end developer. So these are the things which are strictly followed in the MNC, but this is not the case with the small scale companies. So you should hire the resources which you can utilize sometime here and sometime there, or they have the at least two, they should be aware or they have good hands-on expertise on at least 2 to 3 technologies. So this is what I can elaborate more on the software industry, or we can say the software service industry. But I really don't have experience of the manufacturing industry, or we can say the service industry, construction industry. I don't know about the entrepreneur in the we can say the construction industry or the real estate industry. But for the manufacturing, some of them have the same experience as of mine. And even more people from the electronic and electrical, they are also starting, or they already started with the small scale companies, or they are good they are good and good entrepreneur. So even manufacturing industry also have the same issue as we are saying, choosing the product. So in our software industry, this product is nothing but, you can say, some e-commerce platform, that is nothing but the product. Or we can say some education softwares or other software that you have designed by your own innovative idea, or by taking some surveys, you try to understand, you try to understood the lacunas of the previous product which are available in the market, and you are trying to overcome those lacunas in your product. So that is nothing but the product. And in our service industry, we can say we are working as per the client requirement. But in service industry, the major challenge is, as there is the more competition in the market. So again, finding the client, getting the client or getting the business, it is very, very critical and major challenge for any company. Again, major challenge in the Indian market is, as comparatively to other other country, we have quite good, we can say, the educated people in the IT, or we can say the engineer student ratio comparatively to other countries is good in India. So even if you have seen, there are some portals where um, your what we can say, that freelancers are working. So even in the last few years, the new trend in the market, small client from the abroad, or we can say the India, they are ready to assign their work to the freelancer. So this is again the competition or the major challenge to the small companies in India. So that is again, but nowadays, as the companies are also realize that there is a problem of services and support and maintenance. Once the freelancer does their job, they are not ready to give the support and maintenance. It is not their fault, but again, as they do not have any established system, or or they do not have any resources who are taking care of the maintenance and support. So that is again the challenge for the software industry in the Indian market. Again, if we are talking about the costing or the quotation, my personal experience is, this freelancer or the people who are ready to work at their own on small scale project, they are really to put any cost at any negotiable rate for any requirement of the client. So it indirectly it is get uh, the comparison with the quotation given by any established company or any small scale company, because there is a lot of difference between these two amount, the amount put by the freelancer and the amount which put by the small scale company. So this is how, again, you have to choose which service sector. Suppose if we are talking about the service industry, service sector means, again, as I told you, there are different domain. If the computer and IT people are there, then they might know about, suppose nowadays, artificial intelligence, machine learning, business intelligence, suppose some IoT, embedded system. Again, if we talk about the mobile application development, web application development, again there is the technology, whether you want to be stuck with some particular technology, or you are ready to have the team with the different technology. Again, if you want to have the team with the different technology, that is again impact on your cash flow management. And suppose for product, again there is a different scenario, that you should have a very good market survey, very good marketing team. That is again the parameter that you should apply while choosing the product or while choosing the service industry. Again, if you choose the service industry, and in that case, again you have to choose which are your targeted client, again for the Indian market, again for the abroad, or we can say the overseas. But for overseas, it is not so easy. Nowadays, it was the different situation till 2005, that the requirement were open, you just put your quotation and get the business. or just have some marketing team and get the business. But somehow now the business is the referral business based on your reputation and based on your contact only. You will get the opportunity at least to submit the quotation and to get the assignment. And same for, I think, for product. But for product, if you are very very innovative in your idea or in your product na, then there is a less challenge or less risk in the market to launch that product. Even we have our two product, in-house product. We are planning to launch it in the October. That one is for the logistic and one is for that we are not planning to launch it in the India. That is for the Gulf countries, and that is for the government organization only. But you can see after 5 to 6 years of our journey, now we have product. And since last 1 year, uh, not yes since last 1 year, on one product 7 to 8 people are working, and from last 6 months on another product 6 to 7 people are working. So now you can imagine what can be the expenses of that development team from last 1 year and from last 6 months. So any entrepreneur or the owner of that company or the person who are taking care of funds, that should she or he should have that management capacity and management skills to how to manage those funds and how to we can say how you will be able to hold that team. So this is the people who are planning to have some product. Now you might get that idea that how it is difficult to have the resources for 1 year or for 6 months with you without actual productivity in terms of funds or in terms of money. So this is how the parameter you can apply while choosing the service sector or the product. And last one we have discussed, that is the delegation of task. Again, you have to match which person, which task, and at what time. So this on this slide you will be able to see that the challenges and their percentage. That is that competition that we have, as we have discussed, that the Indian market, overseas market, freelancer, small scale companies, MNC, that is the 19%. Because why it is at highest rate? Because once suppose if you have this much competition, definitely there will be a lot many chances to deny the opportunity for getting the business, or you will be at, we can say, the risk to get the new business or to get the client. Again, as we have discussed about the cash flow. Third one is the taxes. Yes, even we can say about the taxes. uh, in Suppose if we speak about the Maharashtra, many companies has now shifted to Gujarat. That is the example of the taxation. Why those companies are shifted to Gujarat rather than Maharashtra? Because Gujarat government or even other government from south as well, they are willing to have the better investor and better companies in their state, with giving some concession in the taxes or some different policy for the taxes. Same thing with the Indian government. Many companies are now trying to have headquarters out of the India. The companies who are working at a globally, even some European countries are giving the best taxation facility. That is why even small country of the Europe, many MNCs have their headquarters in the Europe. Again, the economy means your own economy. As I told you, that the funds required for the running your company or the operational cost, and this is mostly affect or important for for the people who are thinking or who are planning to develop the product. this is the growth. Why this growth matters? Suppose if we take the example, suppose any company is established after 5 to 6 years, and suppose if we are not able to see any growth, or we can say any happening things happening in a way, in the business sort of, in the client sort of. So again, it is kind of the frustration that what we are doing from last 5 to 6 years. Many times when we are alone, we have this question in mind. Suppose if we are not able to achieve this thing in this particular time, then when we are and what we are doing. Because see, when anyone planning to start the small scale company, or we can say the startup, already we have left our with our established career, or we can say our somehow the assured income of every month. Here we do not have any assured income. We are just giving the salary to others, and means full time we are without any getting a single rupees. We are involved in this process. So this is again, if we are not able to see any growth in this aspect, like the client business, the profile of the company, the portfolio of the company, resources holding, and the opportunities what we are getting in the market, or formation of networking. That formation of networking, that point will come in the next slide. So these are all the parameter where we can measure our growth. And suppose if somewhere we are failed, again we are failed to catch that growth, it is kind of, we can say, the personal setback for us. But anyhow, you should have those patience, and you should not get depressed due to this setback. And then other different parameters are there, as we have discussed, that is the timeline and other management skills. That is the challenge for the startup company. So this is how one study was, or we can say one paper was published in year 2019, I think, and the same percentage are there in 2021, 2020 also. The 2021 survey is not established, is not published yet up till now, but this is same for the 2020. That mainly we can correlate this parameter with the product based company, that 42% of the established, the startup companies or the small scale company get failed due to the no market need. Why no market need, and why this happen? The root cause analysis of this. Why I have given the brief about my journey, being an employee of any company, or being faculty of Bharati Vidyapeeth, and I have pointed the things like you should have that experience, how the system works, how the organization works. Because once we when we are at the age of 22, 23, up till the 22 or 21, the parents every month they are giving us some amount, and we are spending that amount every month, and we are happy with whatever we are doing. So in that, in those days, it is quite easy to think about some product without the detailed planning, without the detailed survey, and without the proper business plan. So that is the basic root cause for getting that product fail, and that is the 42%. Suppose at the age of 30, 35, when you already have experience of working with some organization, you have that mindset, or you have that knowledge, that from where to start, how to start, and to whom should I get connect to execute this business plan. The 29% is due to the means no cash, or we can say they are not able to manage the cash flow. 23% is not the right people, that I have said, that the attrition the resource management, and where I should put which resource. Outcompeted means you are again trying to utilize your resources or trying to waste your time on some, we can not exactly say the outdated, but again the root cause of this, the lack of survey of the market and what is the demand. See, basically the product is based on demand and supply. What is the demand of market? If you are really able to catch the demand of market, your product will definitely get flourish. The cost issue, again, that I told you, suppose sometimes, even I have seen many times, many companies are uh, ready to give some fake commitment for just getting the business. That commitment may be related to the timeline or may be related to the cost. Cost means their quotation amount. As I told you, suppose if some freelancer quote suppose 5 rupees and the actual cost is 10 rupees, actual standard cost. So these companies again for the competition are ready to put 3 rupees, 4 rupees cost, but that cost is not really applicable in the real time. So there they get failed to manage the resources, and that is we can say the cost issue to deliver the project and to manage the resources. So this is the distribution of entrepreneur in rural and urban area. Again, it is gender wise, that is the male and female, but I don't think so. We should not differentiate it in a gender wise, that is the male and female. Now it is the decade of the gender equality, and now everyone is working at his or her potential and equally educated. So rather than that, we can say it is a rural and urban area, that is 77%, and in urban area it is 81%. So why in urban it is any 81%? Can, means, is there anyone who is able to give the answer of this? What can be the factors? What you're thinking? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, ma'am. You are audible. No problem.
I thought it was just a broadcasting.
No, no, no.
So, is there anyone who is curious about why this is the thing that in urban we have the different ratio or the percentage, and in rural we have the different ratio or the percentage?
I think might be due to less or more freedom or
Basically, the main thing is that the availability of resources in terms
yes,
of human resources, in terms
yes,
of the information. Information means, see, it is not only the data available on the Google, but the information required for the networking to getting the proper channels. In we can say in urban area, you will be able to get in network, or we can say in contact with many groups who are giving the referral business, or who are able to give the platform where different entrepreneur or the small scale industries share their profile, and they are trying to give the business to each other. So likewise opportunities, or we can say the platforms are not available in the rural area. Again, for the product industry, product means manufacturing. Either it can be electrical, mechanical, or electronic. It is quite easy for them to be in a rural area for the operational cost, again for the taxes, and we can say the resource cost comparatively in a urban area. So this is how that the ratio we can say the different for the service industry and based on the area. Means suppose if we go for the product company of manufacturing other, they will definitely prefer the rural area. But suppose if we go for any IT company or the service based company, they will definitely go for the urban area. Suppose if we compare Pune, here we the resources are easily available, the channels are easily available, so means everything is under single umbrella. That is why the ratio is different.
Ma'am, screen is somewhat
Yes,
mirror.
yes, sir. I have.
You can share it again.
Yes, sir.
Yes, now it is visible. Now it is
Yes.
okay.
So, as a break, I think I should ask one question. Who is really interested or who are planning to have something in their life, not exactly after their graduation, but even in some coming year?
Yes, if anybody is having any plan of their own startup or can freely discuss.
Yes, that it should be a interactive.
Yes, yes.
I think Prathamesh has raised the hand. So I think Prathamesh, you can ask it directly rather than text it in a chat box.
Yes, Prathamesh.
Prathamesh, yes, Chaitali, I don't know.
Yes, girl students.
Yes, Prathamesh. See, don't hesitate to ask your question. Hello. I don't know.
Yes, students. If you are having any question, you can ask. Okay, I think nobody is having any question.
Okay.
Okay, you can proceed, ma'am. No problem.
Yes. So this is about the personal characteristics which are helpful to overcome the challenges, as we have discussed, that you should be curious, creative, self-disciplined, planning, good at networking, and optimistic. So curious means in a way that you should be able to understand the things at every level, or we can say at every front. At every front means at the suppose if we take the example of any software development company, in my case, I should be aware about the technology what we are using in our project. I should be aware about the requirement, what are the exact requirement of the client, and what should be the appropriate solution, and what should be the feasibility of that solution. Again, once we get that project, or we can say the requirement, I should be aware about how the team is working, and what are the different technologies, and we can say what the issues they are facing. Means this is about the curiosity, or even we at least try to get the things which are coming newly coming into the market. It is not the case that just getting the project or getting the business and giving it to the development team. Simultaneously you should be aware about the upcoming technologies in the market. In my case, in other cases it can be a different tools, machine, and the technologies, or the software. Again, creative means your mind should be a creative here. This creative means, again, you can apply some your different thought process, or we can say approach. So this thought process or this approach is nothing but your creativity, and this approach and thought process directly correlated or impact on getting business and formation your relation of your company with other company. So that is the creativity. Self discipline means, suppose if there is any critical thing going on, I should be available with the team. Not I should be there with the team. I should work with the team. And again, self discipline is, sometimes some people are saying that I should come at the 10 in the office with the team, but sometimes it is not possible as we are busy in other work, or we can say the other activity. But you should be fully full time available, or we can say 24 by 7 you should be with your team. So your team will be automatically in a discipline. Discipline in a way, that is again for the time. So if you are in discipline for the time, for time means not just coming to the office and going from the office, but discipline means getting the things done in a proper time or deadline. Suppose if you have that habit of doing the things or activity in a time, your team will definitely get trained in that way only, and by default they will try to have um, fulfill, or they will try to fulfill the deadline in a time. So that is how the discipline. Planning, as I told you, that planning, again, planning of resources, planning of funds, planning of networking, planning of everything, planning of getting the business from outside, planning of establishing the resources, establishing the business, planning of establishing your suppose if you are planning to set your business overseas, then it in that case also your planning is very very important, that what should be the strategy, what should be the network, that identification of resource person, identification of channel, identification of network, that everything comes under the planning, from getting the business till the till delivering those projects or the services to your client. And not a single time project. You should not plan for the single time project or the single time assignment. Your strategy must be like that: this project or this client, you should have the relationship, at least you should plan it for the lifelong. Then only you will get some referral business from that client, or as well as some enhancement of the services from that client itself. And see, it is not easy for any company when you are very small, means no one ready to count you at that time. No one will give you a referral business, no one will give you some enhancement of their services or the product. Even in the last two, from the last 2 years only, we have this time, this sort of experience, that now people are thinking to give the different business from the same client to us only, or they are trying to refer us in the good organization or with the good client. So this is that this everything comes under the planning. So you guys may be thinking that I'm more talking about the service company, but see, I have the real time experience of service company only. But you can correlate this with the product company, that is not the issue. And good at networking, again, networking means it is all about the resources or the human personalities. These resources, not only the developer. You might be thinking that resources means only the development team or the person who are working on your on field for execution of that product or the project. That is not the case. Networking of the resource person at every sector, at every front, that is the marketing, execution, planning, admin, Again, if we go for the joint venture, if we have some investor, if even we'll discuss that what will be the opportunity for the entrepreneur. So this is how you should be very good at the networking and be optimistic. So now here we will be able to get what is the difference between the employee and entrepreneur. So we can distinguish that entrepreneur is always excited to do something or something to be excited about. And work means any employee, they are just working to do something and to get away from. Means to get away from means they have sometimes they have a mindset we should work for 10 to 5, and after 5 we are not worried about what happens with that organization. When we go tomorrow morning to the office by 10, then only we'll try to know the thing what was happened and what is the situation. But in the last 2 years, due to this corona, I think everyone is working at least for 10 to 12 hours of every sector. So now in that way, I think now they are not getting away from something. They are fully involved, or we can say the actively participated. And see, we can say in employee, they have the different mindset. Suppose XYZ task is assigned to them. They are just try to finish it or try to complete it, but this entrepreneur again try to get the new things, and he or she is excited to do that task with again the future plan or what should be the outcome and how it is going to affect on the organization or the company. So that is the basic difference between the employee and entrepreneur in a working style. The serious efforts, that is serious effort means again how you are involved in your um, personal assignment or the task assigned to you. See, uh, being an employee, something to do for a short period of time, as I given you the example of 10 to 5 journey, then they are focused for that time duration only, and they sleep well at night by 10:30, 10. But being an entrepreneur, your efforts are serious in a way, as I discuss you. Suppose if your team is working for some deadline, so you should be available over there or you should be with them. That is nothing but something to do all the time. Something to do means that is again related to the planning and the networking. Suppose this XYZ thing, today I did that, but what is for tomorrow, what is for day after tomorrow, that is a continuous process and that is going on into the back of the mind. So that is, we can say, the serious efforts. Support, they support like as something they deserve, and here the entrepreneur support something they create. This creation is nothing but the business expansion, the journey of the company, and the achievement as a business owner, achievement as an entrepreneur, achievement, or we can say the satisfaction of their team member, the satisfaction of the person with to whom they have joined as a marketing team, as a partner, as an investor. So in a way, they are creative and they are planning to create the things. So it is this support is what they deserve. There only the employee is ready to support. That is the basic difference. Income, as I told you, for an employee, we have some assured income for every month. That is not what we can say. That is not exactly related to how many hours you have worked for the month and how many efforts you have put in, but it directly affect in the case of entrepreneur. Suppose if he or she is sitting idle for a week and not having planning, means this is for the small scale companies. for MNC and for the companies who have the turnover more than 10-15 crores, they have the different scene. But I think even somehow it is same, as everyone want to establish and to expand. Everyone is thinking about the expansion of business. Maybe it is in lakh crore, maybe it is with some country, or it is at a global level. That does not make the big difference, but in a way, yes, everyone is planning for the them, and so the income is not assured for everyone in the entrepreneurship. Is there any question?
Yes, audience, do you have any question?
Sir, all of these are the final year students?
No, no, they are from different classes.
No, but not final year students.
No, there are few from final year also, from third year also, second year also.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
So how many are from the final year? Will you please at least text me, or
at least, yes, final year student, just say something in chat box. Yes, no. Hmm? Final year student, please say yes if you are from final year. And I'm just want to know how many there are from
oh
final.
yes.
Yes, you can put in chat box. Yes, from. Hmm? I think 15 to 20 are from final year.
How many are from final year?
Maybe from final year. I think so.
Okay.
Hello, ma'am. I have one question.
Yes, please ask.
Yes, ma'am. Is MBA necessary to start any business?
Uh, you are from which branch? Electronics?
I'm from electronics. Yes.
Yes. And may I know the reason behind means, are you are asking for only business, na?
Yes means means for startup or any business. Yes.
No. It is not compulsory that you should have the MBA degree with you. Even many of the MBA person, we can see they are working as an employee in the multinational companies and getting the huge amount of salary, and ultimately they are the employee. So that is not the
Yes.
case. This MBA, see, this why this MBA? This is because this is only for getting some, uh, we can say, the marketing expertise, strategy, or the management skills. uh, the MBA, behind the MBA, that is only the objective. But as I said, if you work with any company, software company, or any of the manufacturing industry, as per your department, there only you will be able to understand and to learn the management skills. See, no one can implement the theory as it is in the practical, and it is not fully applicable. See, when you are working with any organization, then only you will get the opportunity to observe the thing, how they are working, and what is the impact, or how to handle the situation, how to tackle the situation, what should be the strategy, in which way I should answer, in which way I should give the reply. These are the very small basic management skills which are applicable in every sector when we are talking about the planning. So this is not the matter. I'm not an MBA student. I just completed my post graduation in IT only. So that is not the thing. Degree matters.
Okay, ma'am.
Any other good question?
Any other?
See, whatever I have added in the PPTs now, it is really available anywhere on the Google. But please try, at least for this session, how can we build network? Sonu Pawar. Can you please tell me, are you asking about the general network?
It may be question may be related to, I think, maybe product network, or maybe how to connect uh,
People.
people. Yes, I think.
See, as I told you, this networking is useful everywhere, from hiring the resource to getting the business, to getting the partner, to getting the investor. So in that way, it is very, very important. The question is, how can we build a network? So in that way, the network is important, and built up means, see, uh, you should be active on some social platform. Nowadays, LinkedIn is there, other platform are there. Um, Again, as I told you, some the business innovation platform, or we can say the business listing platforms, are available nowadays in the market, where you can register, or you can share your portfolio of your company on those platforms, where the people may get connect. And business, there is different person, means many companies, even nowadays we have the business development person, who is all time engaged with getting the business from outside, and finding the opportunities in the in the overseas market, or we can say the in the abroad. So this is how. But see, it is not a single day process, or suppose if I start the company today and tomorrow my network get established, this is not the thing. It is a continuous process. So you should be in touch with the different persons on a different platform. You should have your strong personal profile. You should have your strong company profile. Strong company profile means, in a way, like, I think I forgot to discuss it, or even I told you that how we built up our profile as a company in a technologies and in a service sector. Suppose if we are able to establish our portfolio in a technology expertise and in a service sector, or in which different service sector we are working, then the people again ready to give the reference of your company to others. And many persons are available in the market who are ready to help. Even many ventures are there who are ready to help for the small scale companies to establish their business. But only the thing is that the person, suppose in our company, suppose myself, 24 by 7, your mindset, or you should uh, be in a curiosity that which platforms are there, to whom I should get connect. And you should be interactive. You should have an idea about what your company is actually working, what the potential you have. You should be able to put it very strongly in it, on table, or while putting your profile to the others. So it is very, very important. Without network, even you will not be able to get the proper resources. This is my personal experience. Means, due to the network now, your efforts get reduced. Suppose if I have a good network with the many colleges in the Pune, then in that case, I'm never worry about from where I should get the resources. So that is not the challenging thing for us. This is the example. Suppose if you have the network with the different institutes or the organization. Again, the second level is, suppose this is about the resources. The second level is again for, suppose, business planning, for the expansion of your business. Then again, you should be in a contact with the different persons of the different service sector, different industry, different market. Means, suppose if we are targeting about the Indian market, in that case the Indian market. Suppose if we are targeting about the abroad, then means it is the via process. It is not the direct process. That direct process is for only the agency, that is not for us. So through via you will be able to form the network. But yes, it is very necessary to have a good network. Even as I told you that nowadays business is the referral business. This is also a good question. Who has asked? I don't know, but this is good question.
Yes, anyone? Yes, or even you can put in chat box, no problem.
Yes. See, even many platforms are available. Mm, where yes, someone was asking.
Even though one question is from my side,
Yes.
suppose any student or anyone has to start the suppose entrepreneurship business like you, just a service sector.
Hmm.
So what will be the minimum uh, funds required at Pune?
Okay.
I'm talking about the Pune location, maybe approximate.
Okay. See, these funds you can figure out uh, in the beginning for how much team size you are targeting, because this team size uh, again be the parameter for choosing the office. Again, the area where you have your office, and the first 6 months of the office rent deposit, and for
Yes,
six
yes,
months we can say the salary of your employee. And
yes,
suppose if you are hiring fresher, then the salary is different. But suppose the requirement of project is some experienced person, then the salary is different. But this happens only when if you have a good client or some projects in hand before actually starting the office, or we can say before starting actual physical execution of that project. But sometimes it happens that first you try to sit in the office with some few resources, and then you are starting to plan, or you are starting to execute the thing as per the planning, and that again the formation of network and everything. See, again this for formation of network visits, the marketing cost, it is very much high than the salary of employee and the other expenses which are physically required in the office.
yes, yes,
Again,
absolutely.
now the company, our company is private limited this in this February only. So that is again the different cost due to the compliances when you have the private limited company.
Yes, yes, of course. Thank you.
So it is, it means, suppose someone is planning to start with the company, na, then by default it is on a paper uh, that the approximate figure we have that. But the minimum rent, suppose in Pune, if we go for the small offices of 600 square feet, it start with the 30-40,000. But it is in the COVID, or it is due to the COVID, or this pandemic situation. But I think once the market get up after Diwali, the situation will be different, or the situation was different till 2019.
Yes, yes, of course.
I think someone has asked the question, the seed funding. How can we get the seed funding? Uh, for the seed funding, the way is you should have the proper business plan with your idea. This business plan is again with the valuation of your idea, the valuation of your innovation, or the valuation of your product, which is not in which is uh, what we can say that is on the paper only. So this is that you can prepare from your end. And suppose if you prepare, we can say the canvas of your business, or canvas of your product must be ready. Suppose if it is ready with you, then for seed funding, many government portals are available where you can register yourself as a innovator, or we can say you can share your idea partially. Or sometimes for seed funding, some investors are ready, but my experience is most of the investors are asking for the POC, that is the proof of concept, and this proof of concepts again needs some cost as a development cost. Suppose it is a software product and the development cost is different, suppose if it is a IoT or the embedded system product. And then with the POC, the investor, suppose they see that now this idea has some business value or has some potential, then you will be able to get the funding from them. Some government policies are also there, but again you should have, again it is depend on your networking. Even we have actually the point comes, so that is why I'm sharing now. In year 2017 I have prepared one business canvas for one education idea, but it was of means the funding required for that project was too high. And as we were working with the Sakal Media in Pune, it was for them, but anyhow it was not work. And now that idea is with me. Now just in the last month only, we discussed that with the Gujarat government, and that Gujarat education ministry, that state education ministry is now ready to discuss at least what the idea we have and what is the business valuation of that project or the idea. So this everything is based on your networking. Means suppose if we say uh, at this age 20 21 22, even if you go with some your idea or the plan na, this is my personal experience, there must be someone with you who is senior. Even we have good consultant team with us, they have the experience of 30 35 years. But this was not at the beginning of our company. These are all the happenings from the last 1.5 year. Now we really have the good team of the consultant who have the good network with the government persons, with the abroad companies, or the person who are working for the development of the business. So this is how you will be able to get the seed funding. I hope the things are clear for the seed funding or not yet clear. Yes, anyone? Or even for this seed funding na, some journals are available. Journals means not exactly journals, but some platforms are available. Suppose if you give the interview over there, uh, uh, they have their own panel. And suppose if you have that caliber and then potential na, then they refer you some investors also for the seed funding, or even not exactly the seed funding, but even joint venture.
Hello, ma'am. I have
Yes,
one question.
yes, please.
Ma'am, if possible, should we start our own company while studying, or we should wait till our graduation?
See, while study now, means
Yes,
when you are under graduation, let us
yes.
make this interactive. Your name is
Prathamesh.
Prathamesh. Suppose if you are planning to start something or planning to do something under your graduation, it is again the matter of focus, where you will be, where you will give your more focus. because see, running any company or business, it is about the focus only. So as you have some academic commitment during your graduation, then it is the straight away calculation how much time you will spend for your academics and how much time you will spend for your um, other activity of your company, or we can say the software development. In this case, what will happen, you will definitely lose something of uh, somewhere, either in academics or either in your organization or your company. Or it may be the case that suppose if you plan to finish your that software or any product of 6 months or 4 months, definitely it will take 1.5 year, or sometimes it is of 2 years. Again, means under graduation, I can say even for me also the same thing is applicable. We are not that much enough matured uh, as a planning perspective to tackle the situation, to handle the situation, and to get the proper connect. So let's have some breathing period after your graduation. Spend some time with the same service sector as an employee with any industry, and then you can start in a better way.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Anyone else? Hello. So our last topic is the mindset of the entrepreneur. One second. So I think we should move on for the entrepreneurial mindset. The opportunity first is the opportunity orientation. As we have seen, the opportunity orientation means again it is for uh, every time it is for the business expansion, and again that business expansion in a way of, suppose if is there anyone who is ready to invest in your idea or in your product. Suppose if you do not have any idea or product, and suppose you if you have a good clientele and good portfolio, sometimes some investor are ready directly in your company for the profit, not exactly the profit making, but they are ready to share the operational cost as well. And suppose they have seen the potential in yourself. This is for the investor. For joint venture, uh, our good example, I have one good example with us, that our client of last year, when I met him, he was the client only, but now he is our he we have signed JV now in Gulf. So now this is the example where where we found the opportunity and now it is converted to JV. So now as we have a good technical team in India and he has a good connect in his country, uh, or even he has the different business over there, so his network is good over there. And to get the better business, we have seen the better opportunity. So now this is the, you must be opportunistic. Initiative and responsibility, you must be able to take the responsibility, and you must be able to defend your team or the people uh, who they are working for you. This is the example of responsibility. And even while dealing with the client or while discussing with the client, you must be ready to take the responsibility of if anything happen bad, or if anything goes wrong from your team or with any project. That is the that is the example of how you should be a responsible. Initiative means this initiative again related to finding the opportunity. You should not be hesitate while you are looking for the expansion of business, while you are looking for formation of the network. That is the example of initiative. Whatever will be the result, you should be ready, but don't hesitate to take any initiative. Persistent problem solving, it may be a your internal team problem, it may be a problem with client, it may be a problem with any marketing team or the person who are working in the business development for you. Means you must have that problem solving attitude, and this problem solving attitude comes from the decision making. You should have that sixth sense to at what time what I should speak, how what decision I should take. Then only you can easily solve the problem. Seeking feedback, it is again from the client. You should always be in a role of receiver. What the client are saying, you should be you should at least try to follow it for the better improvement. Again, feedback from your consultant or the senior person who are working with you on with some product, or for uh, we can say the marketing team, because the marketing guys have the different approach rather than we can say the technical team or the team who are actually involved in the execution. So you should be able or you should have that approach or mindset that whatever they are feedback they are giving, that is for the betterment of our company or betterment of this organization. Tolerance of tolerance for ambiguity. See, I told you that how you should be able to handle and tackle the situation. So, what you should be able to identify, or you should have that sense or the maturity that what the things and at what level I can tolerate. So that is nothing but the tolerance for ambiguity. High energy level. High energy level means situation may be worst, good, bad, but your energy, being an entrepreneur, that must be every time high, because see it directly again affect on your team. See, we can say you are the person who is we can say the media between, or not exactly media, but the medium between your internal team and the external team. External team means the people from the marketing team and the consultant who are not every time having the interaction with your internal team, but you should be a medium or the bridge between these uh, every team. And that is nothing but it and for that only your energy level must be high, and it directly impact on those things. Independence means, as I told you, at least partially or some most of the things you should know, from the technology perspective, from the marketing strategy, from the market survey, for the market situation. That means you should not be depend on everyone for every time. You should be that much smart. Suppose if any resource is not there, some backup plan must be there, that what you will do suppose someone is not there. So that is nothing but you should have the mindset of reducing the dependency. Suppose if you are fully depend on anyone now, even on the business expansion, you must have the multiple options or the multiple channels. So suppose someone get fails, some other option or some other channel will work for you. This is the independence. Team building, again internal external team. We can say your in-house team, other team, working with you, that you should be able to build a team. Many people really fail to build a technically, means I have seen many person who has started their company, or they were as an entrepreneur, but ekla chalo re, like they are very sound uh, at the technology wise. Even they are ready to develop anything in any technology, but being an entrepreneur the definitions get changed. And even if you are not sound, see, for me, I'm not a developer, I'm never a core developer, but I know the logic and I know how the things are working. So in a way you will be able to build a team. Again, your communication, your approach, your strategy, your behavior, your expertise, uh, your decision making capacity, your potential, that affects while building a team. Foresight means some most of the time it is related to the market situation, and most of the time it directly affect for the business expansion. You should have that foresight. Suppose if you have any opportunity for any client or of any business, at that time you must have that foresight. What will happen if I take, suppose, this A action? What will happen if I take this B action? So that is nothing but the foresight. And even foresight means it is kind of intuition that you should be in a position to not only not be, I can say, the judgment, but you should have an idea that how much business he will give or how he will work in future with you. That is nothing but the foresight of your business. Commitment, see, the commitment is very very important. Suppose if your client to come know this team, or suppose this XYZ company is really good for the commitment, and suppose if you build a trust now, they will never give their business to other companies. They will definitely ready to work with to work with you only. Even I have seen this for the two companies uh, of which they have really a large volume of project, or we can say even one is the government company. So that is the commitment. And for the commitment, if we backtrack, you should be available at any time, you should be attentive 24 by 7 your team, and you should be engaged with them. And again, dedication of your team, and most of the time dedication of team is more important, and many small scale companies get fail over there. But I am very much fortunate that I always have the resource person who are ready to work as per the commitment only, and even they are try to keep the commitment. Ability to trust worker, that kind of freedom we should give to our employee, that you should give to your teammate, like means, and even you should involve them in taking small decision, planning, execution, and while interacting with the client. That is nothing but the ability to trust your employee. Don't be ashamed of you as a setback, of your setback. Setback means, suppose if you get fail somewhere, you should not be ashamed. Ashamed means sometimes it happens that many people are asking, they are directly starting to compare. Suppose if you have spent this much days in your journey, what is the outcome in terms of money? Money matters for them. But as you know yourself very well, that what you did from the last 5 years and now what you're doing, what are the hurdles and what are the challenges. So you know yourself that where I was and now where I am. So I think you are the only one you who can ask the cross question to yourself, and who are you are the only one who can track the things, not any other person. So you should be confident about your journey and what you're doing and what you have to achieve. So that is what we can say, the mindset you should develop then only you will be sustained. Not I think I could not say the established, but sustained. Even myself also, I could not say that we are established, but we are sustained in this market from last 5 years, and now we have started our journey towards establishment from the last 7 to 8 months. So this much time we have spent, not only me. I have some developers who are working with me from last 5 years, and they are really very loyal persons. So getting this kind of loyal person, I can say that I am really fortunate for the resource person. So this is how sometimes the journey of the entrepreneur. The conclusion of this session is starting up your own business and running your own company may the most exciting, rewarding, and the positive thing you have ever done. It is very quite natural that in the beginning we were excited, and as the journey goes, due to the bad experience, or we can say the situation or the challenge, and the things got changed. It may also be fraught with challenges, sin, self-doubt, and the worries. That is normal. Learning how to embrace the entrepreneurial mindset and cultivate key characteristics linked to the success will help you to build a thriving business. Suppose if you will be able to overcome the challenges, taking the doubt on yourself and worries, then the we can say the sky is the limit, and then you can do everything, and that will be towards the achievement, or we can say the success that gives you the success of your business. So I think this is from my end. Anything else from your side or any query?
Yes, audience, if you have any question, you are free.
Shall I stop the screen sharing?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Anybody have any question or anything to discuss? Okay, I think nobody is having any question. So we'll stop here, ma'am, today.
Yes, no problem. All the
So
best
I'm
for
very
everyone. And suppose if you have any query or doubt, sir has my number, or even I will share my mail ID to sir. Please feel free to ask any query, doubt, or if you need any help.
yes, yes.
And
So we
yes,
are at
sir.
the last stage of the program, that is a vote of thanks. So first of all, on behalf of management, director, and entire Sanjuni family, I am very thankful to you, Kalyani ma'am, for
No, sir,
spending
it was my
around
pleasure.
2 hours with us, and it was really a nice experience with you. You have explained, I think it is really proud thing that you have explained everything very nicely without any hurry, every step very point wise, and even we are also looking in that particular direction.
Are
That why
all the best, sir. I hope
it
your
was,
journey will be less of challenges and hurdles.
yes. Of course, but entrepreneur has to go through these steps,
Journey, yes.
otherwise he will not having any courage, or you can say
Hmm.
daring in the particular field.
Hmm.
So I again thankful to Institutes Interaction Cell, Government of India, AICT, everything for
Hmm.
sponsoring this particular program.
Hmm.
I am thankful to all the faculty, my colleagues, and most important one is the student participants. So
Hmm.
they have
Yes.
actively participated and listened our this particular session very nicely, patiently,
Hmm.
because nowadays it is not possible to stay connected for 2 hours and listen someone for
Hmm.
continuous 2 hours.
Now
But
we
even
should,
though
even I should thank them for their patience.
Yes. Because nowadays nobody is having time to just spare 5 minutes for anybody,
हाँ,
and you have spent 2 hours with us. Even our participant has also given their valuable time, and I hope that something good will come out from this, and
yes,
it will be
yes, sir.
beneficial to the student as well as faculty. So
Yes.
definitely in future, if I or we need any sort of assistance from you, definitely we'll call you and we'll.
Anytime I'm ready to help anyone
Yes.
who comes from the Kopargaon College. So it is, I can say, the
Mhm.
kind of duty, and I feel very happy if I get the opportunity to get the interaction with these guys again.
Yes. I am once again thankful to you and all the participants.
Yes.
So we are ending the meeting today.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Again, from my end also, thank you everyone. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity. And
Yes,
again,
welcome.
thank you for Sanjeevani Group.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
I declare that program is over. All the
Yes, sir.
participants can leave the meeting. No problem. Thank you.
हे आणलं का?